Which brings us to this raid in this Georgia Hyundai facility. This is all still kind of unfolding. There's a lot of things going on right now about, who is it? What is it? 475 people as of right now have been detained at this manufacturing plant for Hyundai, the automotive manufacturer in the South Korean auto manufacturer. I was looking into it. The plant actually employs about 1,200 people. So, Hannah, over a third of those people were here illegally, at least allegedly as it stands right now. Okay, yeah, you want to get the illegals out of the country, but is the foreign corporation going to pay any sort of a penalty for having, again, possibly a third of their workforce be here illegally?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of companies, especially in the blue collar industry, construction companies that employ a lot of illegal aliens, people who have been here for decades. And obviously, it brings up a lot of questions. That's a lot of the debate is going on of, people who have been here for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, should they be deported? And at the end of the day, like, we have allowed so many people into this country illegally that we're going to have to deport all of them. Yes, many of these large manufacturing companies, blue collar jobs like construction industries, they're going to suffer. But that's what's going to happen in this golden age of America as we reclaim the American dream and what it means to be an American. And I know we're going to get into this in a second, but I think in our country, we have a really big problem with determining what an American citizen actually is. And so just because you've been here for 3-4 decades illegally, that does not make you an American citizen. So we're almost going to have to start over from scratch, which is really unfortunate. But this is what happens when you let an insane amount of people to come across our country illegally.
Well, if you ask a lib, I think an American citizen is somebody who complains very, very loudly that they want to be here, despite how much they dislike the country, which is, again, so ironic that it's difficult to comprehend. Glenn, I've never asked. You're in the country legally, right? That's you are a U.S. citizen. It's crazy to me how many corporations, it's turned out, seem to depend on illegal labor. And I kind of think, yeah, we got to crack down on the individuals, but also the big companies that are employing all these people and not giving those jobs to American citizens, or at least people that are in the country legally that could have those jobs.
I agree completely. I am a millionth generation American. I have ancestors that came over on the Mayflower, and I'm quite proud of that. That is something very interesting that my dad told me, at least. So I'm trusting him on that. He did that work. Anyways, yeah, these companies that not only employ, but rely on the employment of illegal immigrants to conduct business. It's very sad and sick to me. It's almost perverse that, in the food industry, that farms rely so heavily on paying people like poverty wages like that. And I don't mean to use a Bernie Sanders phrase, but they do. They rely on skipping out and saving a buck on the backs of the workers in the fields to pass those savings on to us, and then the food is cheaper and more people buy it, and that just cycle, it continues, and they're doing this here with the production of their cars, and we see this over and over again in different industries. It's so sad. I can't imagine the lives of those workers where they not only are here illegally, and maybe they even regret that they're here illegally, especially now that laws are being enforced, but they now fear coming forward to say, oh, I'm being mistreated in the workplace, oh, my wages aren't high enough, oh, they're breaking laws here and there. Now the employer can get away with doing things that are bad to people just in general, regardless of legal status. And to me, that's just a very terrifying situation to find yourself in.
Darn you, Glenn, for suckering us into possibly even feeling bad for the individual, because it is. You're right. You actually bring up a very good point. Not enforcing the law not only hurts American citizens, but it hurts the people that come to this country thinking, oh, everything's going to be hunky-dory. Okay, well, now you've just upended their lives as well. So just cut it off. Stop people at the border. If you can come in, you can come in. If you can't, you can't. And everybody else, good luck elsewhere. We're not going to waste, however many years of your life you're thinking you're going to live here and then send you back. It's unfair to really everybody involved. So that is a good point, and an interesting one to make.